sure about this? They don't seem all that smart. Listen, if I have to hear one more person say Bob Big Head, I'm gonna lose it. Let's just bring back the hay people here and do what we can with them, even if they're not all that strong. Didn't you say it wasn't that smart? How did it dodge? Well, forget that. Just get him. The three of us and one of him. There's no way you can beat all three of us. See? That wasn't that hard. You know, hopefully he doesn't say something stupid or make that dumb bumbling sound he was making earlier. Yeah, well, as long as he doesn't start saying I'm made out of hay, I think we'll be fine.
The ethical ramifications of simulated consciousnesses is emergent artificial superintelligences present in a paradox. If a being perceives pain, even artificially, do we not then owe it moral consideration equal to that of biological organisms?
Why is he smart all of a sudden? This is weird.
Indeed, my hay-true compatriot. And in ignoring such suffering, you risk not only dehumanizing ourselves, but dehaynalizing all sentient frameworks.
I liked it better when he was dumb.
What's up, guys? It's your boy V, and today we've got yet another episode of How to Main the Units. Episode 10, the Hay-baler. The Hay-baler is the closest thing in the farming faction one could consider a shield unit, being the hay that is wrapped around its whole body. Now granted, this hay doesn't exactly block physical attacks, but it's very good against ranged attacks, being able to completely nullify most ranged attacks. So spears, arrows, I'm pretty sure it can go up to most of the pirate faction, being very handy if you need a distraction for all the ranged units that are terrorizing your other peoples. So what else can he do? Well, he has a stick, I guess. I mean, it's not a very strong weapon. In fact, it's pretty weak, but he can swing it like crazy. He also has about average mobility for your typical unit here in Tabs, being that he's just a normal wobbler, but with just some hay on him. And, you know, a really crappy looking bowl cut too. But anyway, the Hay-baler can really easily be used to fend off a lot of ranged units. Just try not to put him up against many melees because he won't exactly have an advantage, having less than average health for normal Tabs units. Like I've already stated, against infantry units, the Hay-baler isn't exactly the most ideal choice, but he can still defend himself. Just try not to get hit yourself, and then you should be fine. That's really the big issue. And also, the stick might be able to attack fast, but that doesn't mean it's exactly a great thing to hit stuff with. It does very low damage, and it's also very inaccurate compared to most other melee weapons due to being way thinner. But that's why you get the added bonus of being able to swing it around a lot quicker. So unless you hit your swings, really the best chances of you winning the fight are if you end it within the first few seconds. But against a halfling it's a lot worse. Against a regular sized unit like a farmer, for instance, would be a lot easier. You don't need to swing at something a lot smaller than you, and you also are able to swing a lot faster, easily ending the fight. Although, don't just rely on your stick to do all the talking for you. You need to move around as much as you can, especially when fighting anything, really. That way you can easily run around and punish misses.
Oh, great heavens! This seems to be an exact duplicate of me. However might I approach this?
The only melee unit that I would say the Haybaler is good against is itself. It only has 80 HP, so 2 swings from its stick can easily knock it down. Although it's not a huge deal because I doubt you're going to be going after your own Haybalers. Other shield units, on the other hand, like for instance the Protector, can be kind of weird to fight against. Their shield doesn't do damage, well, much damage, so obviously you have a bit more leeway. But you need to still be careful, because you also don't do much damage yourself. So just try and do what you can to avoid the shields and get in and do that. The shield bearer ain't too much different. I mean, it's literally just a protector, but without the hole in the shield. All you really gotta do is just kind of avoid the best you can, or just take the hits and just wildly swing until you get through the shield. Even if the fights do kind of take a little longer than you'd hope. Jesus, come on. Oh my, he slammed him. I mean, like, come on, seriously. Shouldn't take this long, huh? Are you serious? Just try not to get careless. Against ranged units, this is the most ideal matchup for the Hay-baler. Being able to tank most ranged projectiles, apart from a rock. The Hay-baler is, in fact, however, able to take arrows, spears, and other easier, well, I should say lighter projectiles, and can easily just kind of run up and punish the ranged units for being ranged units. Kind of funny if you put it that way, really. But as long as you can hit them, there you go. As long as you can hit them, you should be fine. Just try not to get hit on the arms. For the potion maker, well, first off, you don't even want to get hit by those. You can't really block something that's coming at you and explodes on impact. Yeah, that's kind of bad. As soon as you get hit with something from the potion maker, you're kind of screwed. But as long as you can work around these things, you should be fine. Granted, when I say work around, it's pretty vague. But yeah, it's pretty neat, all the things you can block as a Hay-baler. You can eat spears to the chest, you can eat arrows to the chest, you can eat, pretty sure you can eat a ballista to the chest if you really wanted to. But it is very handy against ranged units. Against light tanks or AoE units, geez, I really have been doing this every farmer episode. You are probably not going to win this. So what you gotta do, obviously, is win by numbers. Have your friends here get mauled while you find your opening and attack yourself. Granted, this could be good or bad. Granted, you're also probably gonna get wrecked if the thing is still alive and swinging just fine. But eventually, you can get it if you try hard enough. Remember to space out your units more, because that also plays a big role in this. Being able to time your units getting up to the harvester especially, you can easily find yourself a better scenario. Especially since here, I was able to get behind him, and with the help of the other Hay-baler, take her down finally. Against DPS units, you are probably not going to win this one either, but the chieftain is very forgiving in the matter that he can't do a wide swiping strike that hits everything and their mother. So, you're going to have to pick your moments very carefully, especially since one smack from one of them hatchets are going to put you down for good. Now, this fight could go on for hours if you're not smart enough. Now, granted, I'm not smart enough myself, so this did go on for hours. I'm kidding. It went on for a few minutes, but you get the idea. Basically, the best you can do is just kind of stick and move and distract for your other units if you have any. Because it's hard. It's really hard to get out from a tough situation like this if you aren't able to. I was fortunate enough that the chieftain was taller than me, so I was able to zip under his attacks. But at the end of the day, that doesn't really matter much. Because the best you can really do is quite literally just stick and move and distract for other units. But I am fairly certain it's possible. You just need to get lucky with timing and being able to hit your stuff. Because if not, you're going to get smacked in the face a good handful of times by a few stone hatchets. I don't have any clips of actually winning with this, by the way. I just wanted to... listen, my recording time is very precious to me, so I want to be able to show as much as I can on a video, and, you know, it's kind of nice at the same time when I get to do this stuff for you guys, and make videos and stuff. Ah, you son of a... And now, we move on to the special properties section. Now, we already know that the Hay-baler can absorb projectiles, but what kind of caliber does that go to? Well... the quick draw ain't exactly the highest caliber it can go to. In fact, it fails to it. One major interaction, actually, is that it doesn't just tank the harpoons from the harpooner, it completely nullifies them. Meaning, you'll just get shot with the harpoon, and it won't even reel you in. Which I find crazy. This unit is known for picking apart armies this way, by literally shooting harpoons and dragging units straight to it to pierce it with a katana strapped to its gun. Although, don't expect to easily walk up and, you know, fight this thing head on, because he is not letting you do that. And now, I figure it would be also kind of weird to say that this thing can also somehow block literal magic. I mean, come on, you spent how long in a school of magic learning all this crap, and now you're getting beaten by some guy who has a bunch of hay strapped to his chest and a wooden stick? Granted, it does take about 4 or 5 smacks. Overall, the Hay-baler unit is a fairly nice unit that's able to counter ranged units pretty well, and overall is not exactly ideal for taking on close-range combat. While they still have semi-decent options for that kind of scenario, they're just not cut out for it. With their lower health pool and also very niche ability of using the hay to block projectiles, really only leaves them for just that, distracting and going up against strictly ranged units. Except for higher graded ones, like say for instance the Potion Maker, which is also an AoE, and also the Gunners. So think of the Quick Draw, probably the Deadeye, and a handful of other gun people. That's been the video for today. Thank you guys so much for watching and all the support as always. I'll see you guys in a bit, and have a great day. Everyone listen up. Jeffrey's back from his little expedition he snuck out for last night. Yeah, this ain't exactly the best time, Elder, but we saw more of them halflings, the blue ones, and they got me pretty good, but I was managed to make it out. I barely got rid of 2 of them before I almost got killed. We're gonna need to prep for this, especially since they seem to always be coming back. Yeah, well, I don't think it would be a bad idea to get some better pitchforks. Hey, Elder, you know them stainless steel ones I've been talking about? Yeah, with the most utmost respect, Gary, I don't think that's the best idea right now. Especially since Jeffrey here came back with a bleeding arm. I think we need to find out more about these things. What do you think, Elder? Personally, I think we should probably round up some more of those Hay-balers. Although they aren't exactly the strongest against hand-to-hand combat people, they might prove useful. Especially if they couldn't deal with Jeffrey here, they shouldn't be a big match for the Hay-balers either. Alrighty then, let's go get us some Hay-balers. Aw yeah, let's take it to them.